Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching the special edition of the Newshour. My name is Pranesh Kumar Roy. In Saharanpur today, Prime Minister Modi responded to the Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav's recent attack on his Kashi visit. In an indirect yet fierce attack, Prime Minister Modi said a few people will continue to oppose key initiatives including Kashi. Remember, these are the same people who had opposed Ram Mandir construction too, and cleanliness campaign of River Ganga urged them. He tore into the opposition for questioning the anti-terror operations carried out by the armed forces. Listen to Prime Minister Modi's fierce attack.
इन लोगों को काशी में बाबा विश्वनाथ का भव्य धाम बनने से दिक्कत है। इन लोगों को अयोध्या में प्रभु श्री राम का भव्य मंदिर बनने से दिक्कत है। इन लोगों को गंगा जी के सफाई अभियान से दिक्कत है। यही लोग हैं जो आतंक के आकाओं के खिलाफ सेना की कार्रवाई पर सवाल उठाते हैं। यही लोग हैं जो भारतीय वैज्ञानिकों की बनाई मेड इन इंडिया कोरोना वैक्सीन को कटघरे में खड़ा कर देते हैं।
You're watching the Newshour Special Edition, Debate Number 1, on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Now, you heard that reaction from Prime Minister Modi. Let me quickly open this up. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Anurag Badodia, Samajwadi Party Spokesperson, and Kamruzaman Chaudhary is leader of the Congress Party. Now, good evening to all of you. Mr. Badodia, let me begin by asking you कि अखिलेश यादव ने जो बयान दिया था सर कि ये वहां जाके कैमरे के सामने स्टंट कर रहे हैं एक तरीके से, उसका जवाब आज प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने दिया है और उन्होंने कहा कि देखिए इन लोगों को, ये वही लोग हैं जिन्हें राम मंदिर से दिक्कत था, अब ये काशी कल्याण का मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं। कैसे देखते हैं आप इसको?
देखिए, मुझे एक बात समझ में नहीं आती कि बात को तोड़ मोड़ के क्यों पेश किया जाता है। उन्होंने कब बोला, हमने कब बोला कि काशी में जो विकास हो रहा है उसका हम विरोध कर रहे हैं? ऐसा तो नहीं किसी ने बोला। आप बोल रहे हैं तो बात दूसरी है। समाजवादी ने कभी नहीं बोला। समाजवादी ने स्वागत, अच्छी बात है, लेकिन हमारा सवाल दूसरा होता है। हमारा सवाल होता है कि अब चूंकि उत्तर प्रदेश में चुनाव का वक्त है तो हम कहते हैं वो धर्म हमारा आस्था का विषय, वो जो हुआ अच्छा हुआ, किसी ने विरोध नहीं किया। लेकिन हमारा सवाल ये होता है कि महंगाई बेरोजगारी पे कब चर्चा होगी? महंगाई के बारे में कोई बोल नहीं रहा है, बेरोजगारी के बारे में बोल नहीं रहा है, महिला अत्याचार पे बोल नहीं रहे, किसानों पे जो यहाँ पे रौंद के मारा गया वो अभी भी उस देश का गृह राज्य मंत्री अभी भी उसको पद से नहीं हटाया गया। आखिर क्यों, किस वजह से नहीं हटाया जा रहा है? क्यों नहीं आप इन मुद्दों पे बात करते? क्यों नहीं आप गिनाते कि आपने क्या विकास का काम किया उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर में, और कौन सा ऐसा काम किया जो आपने शिलान्यास किया होता और आप उसका उद्घाटन कर रहे होते? आप सारे वही काम कर रहे हो जो समाजवादी ने या तो पूरे कर दिए थे या कुछ जो काम बाकी रह गए थे उसको आप काम कर रहे हो। आपका विजन कहां पे था? आपने कौन सा ऐसा काम किया जिससे उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों को विकास नजर आता, उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों को लगता है कि यहाँ पे महिला सुरक्षा की बात हो रही है? आपने तो हमेशा ही उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों के साथ अन्याय किया। कोविड काल में लोगों की मौतें हुई और यहाँ पे उत्तर प्रदेश के हेल्थ मिनिस्टर बोल रहे हैं एक भी ऑक्सीजन की कमी से मौतें नहीं हुई विधानसभा के अंदर। क्या ये अच्छी बात है? भाई आप किसका अपमान कर रहे हो? उस बेटे का अपमान कर रहे हो जिसने अपने पेरेंट्स को खोया है। आप उस बाप का अपमान कर रहे हो जिसने अपना बेटा खोया है। आप उस माँ का अपमान कर रहे हो जिसने अपना बेटा खोया है, उस बेटे का अपमान कर रहे हो जिसने अपनी माँ खोई है। कोविड काल में लोग कैसे तड़प तड़प के मरे बिना ऑक्सीजन के, सबको पता है। आपके रिश्तेदार में भी।
ठीक है, जवाब ले लेते हैं बीजेपी से। संजू वर्मा द बीजेपी स्पोक्सपर्सन है, वो सुन रही हैं अब आपको, अब उनसे जवाब ले लेते। संजू वर्मा, ही सेइंग that we never mocked Kashi Kalyan, we were only questioning the divisive policies of the government.
You know, Pranesh, first and foremost, I think the people of Uttar Pradesh, let's not insult their intelligence by doubting the development agenda of the double-engine Sarkar of Modi and Yogi, which has showcased in no uncertain terms that spiritual vibrancy, growth and development, all these three things can move simultaneously together. It need not be mutually exclusive. I just want to ask one thing. You know, people who say that why are, the Modi-Yogi duo inaugurating projects, excuse me, the Jewar airport was conceived in 2000 and Rajnath Singh was the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. For 21 years, nothing was done. It was left to Modi, Yogi to do the needful. The fertilizer plant in Gorakhpur was shut in 1990. For 30 years, nobody did anything. Recently, it was Prime Minister Modi who recommissioned the Gorakhpur fertilizer plant. The Saryu Canal River project was conceived in 1978. For 43 years, Samajwadi Party, Congress Party, Mayawati, they did nothing. Again, it was left to Modi ji to ensure that the project comes to fruition. Talk about the Purvanchal Expressway. Akhilesh Yadav floated a tender for the project without even acquiring 90% of the land. He had acquired only 25% of the land. Whereas anyone with basic common sense knows only after
Okay, let's not talk over each other. 1 minute, Mr. Baduria, when you were talking, sir.
You can float a tender.
Because
what is this, Pranesh? I did not interrupt him even once. What kind of a debate is this?
Please go on. Make your point.
So my point is simple. Be it the Saryu Canal, which was conceived in 1978, but was brought to fruition by Narendra Modi only 10 days back. Be it the Jewar Airport, which was conceived in 2000, but after 21 years, the Modi government commissioned it. Be it the Ganga Expressway, where more than 85% of the land has been acquired and the foundation was laid today. Be it the fertilizer plant, which was shut in 1990 and had to be reopened by Narendra Modi.
Okay, let me get in Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Mr. Chaudhary, the Prime Minister also said that these are the people who had opposed Ram Mandir. Now the Congress party in the past, you think that that comment was directed at the Congress party, sir, Mr. Chaudhary?
No, Pranesh, just give me a few seconds time to make these comments. You see one thing, Pranesh, the most important thing that these people, they are up to now, they will bring out some events in the medieval past of India. They will bring it that some historical wrong was done. So now it's the duty of the double engine Sarkar or the Modi Yogi government to correct those. This is actually exemplified by the changing of the names of cities, by changing names of religious places, of railway stations, sorry. This is the, what you call this, the double engine Sarkar that we are seeing out here. Now, let me just remind you that how the country moves forward has already been decided when we gained independence and adopted this constitution. There is a very lethal mix of pseudo-nationalism as well as the religious politics that is these people are doing right now. They will bring in the Ram Mandir, they will bring in other polarizing issues just before the elections, just to suit their agenda of polarizing the electorate and gaining the maximum. If Sanju Verma was so categorical in the development that was taking place right now, she should have acknowledged the one simple thing that we had to loan our gold reserves prior to 1991. But it was because of the economic policies of the Congress government that we liberalized our economy, and a huge chunk of what you call this foreign exchange reserves that have started to come into India.
Mr. Chaudhary,
the world started to look towards
point
India.
That you began by asking, I just want to point out, sir, can you deny that Kashi Kalyan was first delayed, perhaps denied by previous dispensations?
Pranesh, she's made a charge with the BJP.
Well,
I'm coming to you, Ms. Verma. Calm down. I'm coming to you.
The country is facing right now. No. Let me. No. She has to respond to everything and anything. She is the what do you call this? The world for her began in 2014. Well, that's another matter. Now let me just tell you one thing, Pranesh. The point that you are raising out here, is this the only agenda that the country is facing right now? The Ram Mandir issue or the Kashi issue?
Saying that this is the only agenda.
Uttar Pradesh, that is
the opposition,
right
this
now.
opposition
development agenda.
But you tell me, sir, if the Prime Minister visits his constituency, if he offers prayer at the Kashi Vishwanath temple, if the government claims to have done so much work on the ground there, what is the problem? Why lampoon the government? Why inject religion into this? And why say that this is linked to polls?
There is no. Pranesh, you have raised a very important point. You have raised a very important point. We just asked questions about the Namami Ganga, the 20 to 30,000 crores, where did it vanish? We are asking those questions. As a responsible opposition, we want to see why no one was walking the red carpet along with the Prime Minister when he was visiting the Kashi corridor.
May I
This
please
is a megalomaniac, what do you call this, the marketing.
You're giving him a free run.
No,
I'm coming to you for the response. Let him have his say,
You
ma'am.
have to answer those questions. You have to answer those questions. Why was the Prime Minister's event so much publicized as if it was going to be a, what do you call this, a shooting or something going on out there?
Okay,
We are
let's
all proud of the
okay,
of the
let's get a
developments that we
response.
are doing.
Fair enough,
And
Mr.
it is all
Chaudhary.
because of the
If you feel that this is more publicity and there is no work on the ground, let's get a response from Ms. Sanju Verma.
Thank you, Pranesh. Pranesh, very quickly. First, what is the development that has taken place in Uttar Pradesh? Today, Uttar Pradesh has a GDP of more than 17.5 lakh crore, the second highest in the country. Ease of doing business, Uttar Pradesh is ranked at number 2. More than 4 lakh crore of fresh investments have come in, which is documented on government websites in Uttar Pradesh. Point number 4, in terms of farmer welfare, more than 800 lakh metric ton of food grain was procured from Uttar Pradesh farmers alone. More than 27,000 crore was paid under PM Kisan Yojana to farmers in Uttar Pradesh alone. More than 1.5 lakh crore was paid directly and indirectly by way of fair and remunerative.
Why are you not fighting elections, madam, on the basis of
Now,
those
I will
development?
Let her answer. Mr. Chaudhary, let her answer. Let her answer, please. Let's not interrupt, sir. You asked some questions.
I have also got a very long list of the agenda.
I did not interrupt him.
We'll cover
I
that
did
in
not
subsequent
interrupt him.
debates, Mr. Chaudhary. All of that we can't
did not
cover today, but the
interrupt.
questions that you asked, let her answer, please.
Let me finish. Pranesh, you know, the point is that these Congress walas, they will come and say, oh, why you want to develop Kashi? Why does the Prime Minister lay foundation?
Look at the language she is using.
But you had no problem when your Manmohan Singh was hosting
then how will it feel to you?
at the
Ms. Sanju
taxpayer's
Verma,
expense.
there is always a
I pay
Modi
the
Baba out
highest tax
there.
in the
Why are
highest
you
tax
speaking in this
bracket.
language?
I have a problem with the iftar parties that were thrown by Congress, but I don't have a problem with the restoration of Kashi Vishwanath Dham.
Look at
Because
the
80% of
now she has
the
to go to
population
the
today
iftar
is
parties.
Hindus.
Now
I
what
don't
about
have
the
a
state
problem
funds that
with
is
the
used for the
renovation
temple
of
development?
Somnath. I don't have a problem
don't
with the
compare
renovation
the
of
two religion
Kedarnath
for your
Dham.
electoral
And
Okay.
if you
gains,
have a
madam.
problem,
This is not
you
fair
better
at
go
all.
to Pakistan.
Absolutely not fair.
वहाँ पर आपकी आरती उतारी जाएगी. पाकिस्तान चले जाइए वहाँ पर
That is
आपको
the
वहाँ ही
language I was
मिलेगी.
Let's not
expecting from you.
let's here
Because
not
every
let's
time we
not
question
send
you,
people
you
here
say
to
you are
Pakistan or
prepared to
any
get
other
wrong.
country.
You
Let's be civil, please.
Pakistan
Okay, Mr. Chaudhary, calm down. Mr. Chaudhary, please.
No. This is not fair on. Now, Pranesh, if I oppose the BJP, then you go to Pakistan. This is the language
Of
these
course,
people have learned.
because you
That
have
is
a
the
problem
biggest
with
problem the
Kashi,
country is
You have
facing.
a problem with Ram. You have a problem with Ram Setu, but you don't have a problem with Aurangzeb.
We
You
don't have
a
any problem with Ram.
With your
We don't have
party
any
which
problem with.
questions the
But why are you
existence of Ram
mixing the
Setu?
religious?
You don't have a
with
problem
your
with Ram
politics,
Setu.
ma'am? If you are so
Only
confident
race
Okay,
happening
last
in
word.
Why not speak
We
about
are out of time on this.
Why are you dividing
No,
the
I'm
country?
pressed for time. Please, Sanju Verma, Mr. Chaudhary, I'm pressed for time. Last 30 seconds to you, Mr. Badodia. बताइए.
देखिए, आपने सुना भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता के पास विकास गिनाने को कुछ नहीं, पाकिस्तान भेजने को है, तो बीजेपी को पाकिस्तान चला जाना चाहिए. बीजेपी को पाकिस्तान से बहुत प्यार है. अरे मैं प्रभु हाथ जोड़ के निवेदन करता हूँ, आप लोग पाकिस्तान चले जाइए. आप हिंदुस्तान के रहने लायक नहीं है. आप हिंदुस्तान के लोगों की बात नहीं करेंगे, हिंदुस्तान के रोजगार की बात नहीं करेंगे, हिंदुस्तान में महंगाई की बात नहीं करेंगे, हिंदुस्तान में महिला समस्या की बात नहीं करेंगे, हिंदुस्तान के किसानों की बात नहीं करेंगे. पाकिस्तान चले तो जाइए पाकिस्तान. आपको किसने रोका है? आज ही चले जाइए.
Okay. On that note, I'll have to move on. Let's not send people here and there. जो यहाँ का है वो यहीं रहे. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Badodia, for joining us. We move on to the other big story on Thursday. At about 8:30 on India front, we told you about the insensitive comments made inside the Karnataka Assembly, and nothing has changed in the last 2 days. That's the other big story on the other side of the short break. Please stay with us.